first graders, we're going to start our art lesson. This first video is going to be a quick short one. It's going to be the warm-up. I'm going to explain the materials, show you some examples, and then we're going to do the warm-up. The next video is going to be doing the actual art lesson. Today we have with us Zach, who is going to be doing our warm-up with us. And I want to start by showing you the materials you need. We need a black Sharpie, a pencil, an eraser, and an 8.5 by 11 piece of warm-up paper. If you don't have these materials, press the stop button, go get the materials, and come on back and press the play. So, we're going to start by going over some things that I think are really important to keep in mind when you are doing art, and really when you're just doing anything in life. Number one, always try your best. Whatever you do, however your art turns out, if you know in your heart you tried your best, you should be happy with the way it turns out. Number two, if you get frustrated, take a deep breath, count to 10, take another deep breath, and try it again. If you still need more time and you feel like you're still frustrated after doing that, what I want you to do is put your materials down, and I want you to take a walk around your house. I want you to go around maybe your room, maybe around your parents' room, maybe around the living room, the dining room table. If you need to go outside and you need to do 10 jumping jacks, go ahead, or walk down to the end of your driveway and back. Whatever you need to do to burn it out, get the frustration out, do it, and then come on back and keep going. Number three, everyone's art will turn out differently. Your artwork is uniquely yours. So that means we're not going to be comparing our art to anyone else. You're not going to compare it to my art. You're not going to compare it to your friend's art. If your brother or sister are sitting down with you doing this lesson, you guys are not going to compare your artwork with each other, because yours is always going to be uniquely different. Number four, art is not perfect. Really, nothing in life is perfect. So do not expect perfection, just expect your best. All right, now that we've gone over that, I want to show you some examples. So here is an example of some really simple curvy lines. Our lesson today is going to focus on lines. So here we have some lines that start at one point and go all the way through and end at another point. We have a lot of lines like that in this art piece. And then some other lines start at one point, go all the way around, and connect at the point where it started. So we have some circles doing that, we have some triangular shapes doing that, some kind of oval looking shapes. This is a really cool one. I feel like it's right side up like that. Okay, so this art piece is divided into segments. So you have lines starting in the center and spiraling out. So you have all these different segments spiraling out. And with each segment, this artist chose a different line pattern. Some of them using shapes like circles, big circles, little circles, more circles here, some circles over here, some half circles, triangles, some more triangles, and even diamonds. These look like diamonds. Triangles over here. Some of our lines are going parallel or horizontal with each other, depending on, let's see, these lines are going parallel, okay? And then these lines are going horizontal to these lines. We have some zigzag lines. We have some really curvy lines. We have some lines that are repeating, so we have diamonds here and repeating diamonds inside. Here we have lines segmented into squares, and each square has a different line pattern in it. You'll notice some of them, the lines continue all the way through. Some of them, the artist picked up their pen, so it's a straight line, pick up, straight line, pick up, straight line. Same here, we have some curved lines, and then they pick up the pen. Here, more of that, dotted all the way across, but picking up. Here we have lines that are intersecting each other. They're crossing each other. Swirly lines over here. A lot of different patterns and shapes. Now we're going to get into some artwork that the artist used lines to create an image. And here this artist created a very tumultuous ocean scene with a boat in it. So it looks like the waves are very wild here. The boat's tilting up, the wind's blowing very hard. That could be wind or it could be clouds. The sails are billowed out using lines. The artist could have chosen to use less dramatic lines and made a more calm ocean. But this was the effect that this artist was going for, and that's how they used their lines. This one right here is a landscape. This right here could either be a railroad or a road or maybe even a fence. Here's some hills in the background using lines, some trees. A sun right here, the way that they use the lines to create like a sunburst. Squiggly lines down here. This one is a very famous artist, Vincent van Gogh. He used lines and colors here, and they're swirling, a lot of swirls. Swirling around here. And then this one is an image of a first grader, what a first grader created. We have a hill, and then another hill up here. And within the hill, this first grader created little segments using lines. And within each segment, they drew a different design using shapes and lines and dots, different patterns and a lot of color. And then this very last one I want to show you before we start our warm-up is a turtle. And this is actually what we're going to be creating today. So this is an image that a first grader created. Used a very big arching line to create the shell. You have the underneath of the turtle, the head, the tail, 2 legs and some claws. And up here in the shell of the turtle, we have segments that were created using parallel lines going across and parallel lines going down. And in each segment, the student used a different pattern of lines. So keep this in mind. We're going to be doing this in the next video, but we're going to start today with this video doing a warm-up. So please grab your warm-up paper, your 8.5 by 11, and your Sharpie. So we have Zach here ready to go. Hi, Zach. All right. All right, so we're going to start by opening up our Sharpie, and we always connect the cap to the bottom of the Sharpie so we don't lose it. And you're going to just follow along with me, and then I'm going to ask Zach if he maybe could come up with some examples to share with us too. So we're going to start by just doing a very simple straight line across. Just a straight line across. Awesome. Now we're going to do a jagged line up and down. Very nice. Now we're going to do a line that swirls. Now remember, this is just warm-up. And remember, art is not perfect, so we're just trying our best. Beautiful. All right, Zach, can you give me a shape? Can you tell me a shape?
Triangle.
A triangle. Okay, so we're going to make some triangles on our warm-up paper. So why don't we do a pattern? Why don't we go big, big, small. Big, small. Big, small. Big. Awesome. Zach, can you give me another shape?
Diamond.
Diamond. All right. With this one, let's get really creative. Can you make a big diamond like this? Make a big, big diamond. Okay, come over here. Remember, this is just warm up. Right here. So start right here. Awesome. Okay, now we're going to do a diamond inside the diamond. Were you thinking that too, Zach?
Yeah.
All right, do a diamond inside, and then another diamond inside. And then another diamond inside until you can't do any more diamonds. Awesome. Okay. I would like to do another shape. And Zach's sister Sarah is saying circle. Okay. Why don't we do a circle? So start with your circle like that. And then let's have this circle overlap it. See what I did there? Can you have your circles overlap? Awesome. And keep going all the way across. Just overlap your circles. Great. Now what if I put a rectangle all the way around? See if you can add a rectangle around your circles. Awesome. Okay. What if we now switch it up? All these lines that we did up here, they were connected. So let's do some lines where we lift our pin. So what if we just do a line, lift, line, lift, line, lift? Let's do that all the way across. All the way across. It's like a dotted line, like you're walking down a street. All right, how about this one? How about line, dot, line, dot, line, dot, line, dot, all the way across? How about that? Okay, now what I want to do is I'm going to move over to this side. And I want to do some... Yeah, don't worry about that. It's just a warm-up paper. Okay, I want to do some like, I guess you could call them like hash marks. So we're going to make parallel lines slanted. So parallel lines mean that they do not cross, okay? And they run right next to each other and they're evenly far apart. So they're exactly the same distance from this point and this point right here, and right here, and right here. So let's go all the way across parallel lines, all the way across, and then I'm going to cross them like this. I'm going to cross them all the way across. Zach is saying, how do you do that? So I'm going to help Zach real quick. Here's your example. So you come over here and you cross them like this.
Oh.
Okay, there we go. I'm going to show you how he's doing it. Good, just cross them. Kind of like when you guys are doing your tally marks and you cross them after 5. Very nice. All right, how about we do some just free draw right now? So do your own different types of lines that you could possibly do. Like you could do stars. I'm going to do stars. Right now I'm going to have you guys you can copy me or you can do your own. And if you don't know how to do a star, I'm going to show you right now. You do 2 dots right next to each other, and then you do a dot right below it in the middle. Then you slide down and you slide up. And what letter do you have right there? Say it louder.
V.
V. And then you do a dot on both sides of your V's. And you go back up to your V and you cross it. You cross it again. And you cross it again. If you need to rewind and see that star again, you can practice stars if you'd like. I'll do it one more time. You do 2 dots, two dots next to each other and 1 dot down low. Then you make a V. You put a dot on both sides of the V. You cross over to the first dot to the left, cross over to the dot on the right, and come all the way back up. So that's how you make a star. Okay? All right, I'm going to do some X's across. X's across. You could do some hearts. You can do this different types of patterns like big, medium, small. Big, medium, small. Big, medium, small. I'm going to come on over here to Zach, see how he's doing. He's doing some triangles. Oh, I like how you're doing them different. Okay, I like how you're doing that pattern. So this is the pattern that Zach is doing. He's doing a triangle that points up, and then a triangle that points down. A triangle that points up, a triangle that points down. That's really creative. A triangle that points up, a triangle that points down. Awesome. You could do another, we did X's here, you can do Z's across. You can pick the letter of your first name. My first name is Amy, it starts with an A. You can do A's all the way across. You can do a pattern where you do 4 uppercase, 4 lowercase, 4 uppercase, 4 lowercase. Okay. Let's see, you can do some swooping. These look like backward C's. All right. You can do almost like a spider web effect. So here, I'm going to do a square here. And then I'm going to cross it, cross it, cross it, and just keep doing little lines coming out from the center. Okay, all different ways you can do lines and patterns. So you guys keep going. Do as many lines that you can. Be super creative. Take up the whole paper. If you want to flip it over to the back, well, that might be difficult because we did Sharpie and it bled through. So just fill up the whole paper using all different types of lines. And when you're done with that, make sure you take your cap and you cap your Sharpie all the way because we don't want it to dry out. So, Zach, let's see yours. Beautiful. You put your cap on your Sharpie. Thumbs up. Yeah, all right. Awesome. Good job, guys.